The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Oceans in danger, new Amazon Alexa products, black hole bonanza, a strange shooting in Atlanta, all that and more on an all-new Might Be News. What up? It's the week of September 30th, 2019. I am Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, Kev?
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick! What up, co-host Danny?
What's up?
All right. This is week 19 at the Might Be News Network, season 2, mbnnetwork.com. It's never been easier for you to find your new favorite podcast. Go to patreon.com/mbnnetwork if you want to support the network and get exclusive content such as the extra half hour at the end of this show and at the end of most every show. Check out our sponsor, Eunomia. Go to eunomiacbd.com. Use promo code MBN. Get 20% off and free shipping. It's awesome stuff. And
EUEONINIA. Go ahead.
Great job, Kev.
Wow. I thought I had it. I tried.
EUNOMIACBD.com.
There you go. Check it out, people. It's good stuff.
So, I wanted to start the show real quick with a little bit of network news like we did last week. I talked a little bit. There's a new show coming up, a music show. It premieres this Friday. All new Might Be Tunes with myself, Carl Pinnell, and Ahmed Smith. We're bringing back Might Be Tunes, doing a little different. We're still going to be doing live performances occasionally whenever we get some. But we're going to be doing a weekly music discussion podcast with a companion Spotify playlist with each episode.
Wow.
I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited about it because these are two great musicians, people that love music.
Bless you.
We're gonna have a blast talking about music, different discussions, different debates, different things. We're gonna include listeners and try and get them involved in the conversations. And like we talked about last week, it's just gonna be a really cool way for you to jumpstart your weekend with the Spotify playlist, with the show. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic. Might Be Tunes this Friday. Also, back-to-back weeks, we got an all-new Might Be Brews on Thursday on their new day, Thursday, every other Thursday. An all-new Might Be Brews will be coming out, but we're doing it back-to-back weeks this week, so there'll be, all
So
that
you
stuff.
just recorded Thursday night.
Yeah.
That was also the Eagles game.
Yeah.
How you feeling today?
Yeah, that was in this time-space continuum last night, and I'm hurt. I'm tired.
You know what, though? It was worth it.
It was worth it.
Because
Great,
that
yeah.
Eagles game was incredible.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was good. And that was a fun episode of Brews, too. We had a good time. It's funny, like, when we go to record Brews, I'm always like, you know what? I'm just going to, like, take it real easy. Like, no problem. I gotta wake up early. No big deal. Like, last week for Brews, it was like, I knew I was going to be up late anyway.
Yeah.
Because of the Eagles. So I just kind of like was like, fuck it, let's just have fun. And yeah, I'm fucking hurt. I'm hurt. Second bit of news I wanted to talk about. Go follow the network on Instagram at Might Be News Network. We are one of our favorite listeners, Kat. Shout out to Kat. She has actually taken over some of our social media accounts. It's fantastic. Primarily on Instagram. She does the Might Be News Network one and Relatable Radio one and our Twitter.
So if you send a message to the page, Dan Harmon, it
That's
will be,
what I was laughing about.
it will be answered by Kat, not by one of us.
Yeah, not by me.
So
Great.
yeah, I mean, if you send a question and you're sending a message and want to ask a question, just say who you want the question to go to, because it's not one of us that's going to be reading that message.
Yeah, she'll direct the message to us, as well. And you can also hit us up personally if you want to as well. But
Real quick, shout out to Kat though for fucking around with Harmon like that. That was awesome.
yeah,
I
that was
love
awesome.
seeing that.
It was great. She's done a great job with the social media.
She has.
I've been enjoying seeing the Instagram stories that she's doing. She's doing a lot of polls, a lot of really good stuff, all associated with all the episodes and stuff. It's great. And I don't know. I mean, I know how she's doing it, but like, holy shit, she's doing it way, 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 way better than I'd be doing it.
Yeah.
Like crazy. It took me like forever to figure out the Instagram story stuff. And I still think that what I do looks stupid as shit. But like, she's just killing it. So I'm just like, awesome.
When you said she was going to be taking over, I thought she was going to be posting the episodes and that type of stuff.
Yeah, no.
But when I saw that, she had a poll going about the good news stories that I did last week. What was your
Right.
favorite good news story?
Right.
It was really cool seeing the response from our guests about, what they enjoyed listening to.
Right. Yeah.
was really cool.
It was really cool because we don't, that doesn't happen a lot for us.
Yeah.
We just put the shows out, then that's it.
Share it on Monday, and then that's it. We'll record Friday night.
People listen to it, and that's it. Like, we don't really hear from people, and so it's cool to. The polls have been really nice because they, let us know A, that people are listening, B, what they think about what we're saying. So it's pretty cool. So shout out to Kat. And
Thanks, Kat.
Keep up the great work. It's fantastic stuff. The other thing I wanted to mention real quick before we get to good news, and this isn't very good news, but it has to happen. Novak and Franz is being postponed until sometime in November. I mentioned this on it might have been the Patreon part of Might Be Brews last week. Franz is recording a dinosaur dig for National Geographic.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's awesome.
It was supposed to be back in October, but it got pushed back sometime in November. So bear with us. Novak and Franz is coming back. Promise you that. It just, right now we don't have Novak or Franz in the area. So that's how it works right now.
Yeah, they got more important things to worry about right now.
They got a lot of stuff going on. So it looks like Franz is having a blast out there wherever he is. I forget exactly where he is, but like, tons of dinosaur bones. Like, he's into that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's probably really, really cool, whatever he's doing. He's something with the film crew.
Okay.
CJ would know more. CJ would know more. Anyway, you ready for some good news?
I am.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
Want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
Danny, week 19, what do you got?
All right. Thirsty bikers won't just settle for any old glass of lemonade. They only stop for the best lemonade in the state. That's exactly what happened in Chile, India, when a group of bikers visited an 8-year-old's lemonade stand as part of a surprise they organized for the girl and her mom. Darlene Search, mom of 8-year-old Brianne, shared footage of the sweet moment on Facebook, explaining she originally met the bikers last year while coming to their aid during a road accident. My daughter and I pulled up on a motorcycle accident, she wrote, saying that multiple members of the Milwaukee Iron Motorcycle Group had been involved in. Today they came by for lemonade to surprise my daughter. The accident took place near Denver, Indiana, according to reports. The bikers didn't forget. They stayed in touch, and on September 15th, they decided to surprise Brian by showing up for a cold glass of lemonade. Cool stuff.
That's dope. It's very cool.
Cool. All right. My next story, it's kind of a sad story, but it has like a good ending. A Florida high school football player is brain dead after collapsing during Friday night's game, according to the teen's mom. After a group tackle, 17-year-old Jaquez Welch never stood back up.
Ooh.
Paramedics rushed Welch to the hospital where doctors discovered a pre-existing brain condition that no one knew about. They said he was born with advertenia venous malformation, also known as AVM. It's an abnormal connection between the arteries and the veins in the brain. Maurice Nelson, his mother, was in the stands when it happened. She said in a press conference Monday that her son is brain dead and his collapse had nothing to do with the sport. I don't want anybody to be scared of sports, Nelson said. It just happened to him at a very early age. Nelson said the family is working on making her son an organ donor for 7 people.
Wow.
7 people. So
That's
huge.
yeah.
I mean,
wild,
so
that's-
this was a pre-existing injury that nobody knew about. No doctor had seen it, nothing. And it wasn't something that they could see right away.
Right.
So it wasn't something that was, they could have done anything about. But for them to keep him on life support long enough to arrange 7 donors, he is going to save 7 lives.
That's insane.
7 lives.
Ever see that movie 7 Pounds, Will Smith?
No.
No.
I bawled like a baby.
Really?
I did, yeah. It has something to do with that.
Was it
Spoiler.
good?
Yeah, it was great.
All right, next story. The 13 children of FDNY firefighters killed on 9/11 are set to graduate from the Fire Academy Tuesday, appearing in their dress blues for the first time in a post-photo exclusive. The probationary smoke eaters, a dozen men and 1 woman, are among 301 who will proudly graduate as FDNY's class of 2019 and what will surely be an emotional ceremony in Brooklyn. The class, including 13 siblings, 2 sons of 1 fallen firefighter, and the son of a daughter of another hero. It also has the most legacy members since 9/11, including the son of an NYPD officer killed in the terror attacks and the son of 2 firefighters who died due to illnesses linked to rescue work at Ground Zero.
Wow. That's pretty incredible, too.
All right, this was coming from Kingsbridge, Bronx. 2 heroes were honored 2 days after jumping into action to rescue a 5-year-old girl who had been dragged in front of a New York subway train by her father. Have you guys heard this story?
No.
All right, so this father is on the subway platform with his 5-year-old daughter in Kingsbridge, Bronx. Decides he's going to commit suicide with his 5-year-old daughter. As the train is coming, he jumps in front of the train, holding on to his daughter.
Oh, no.
He was killed. Luckily enough, she was small enough to fit in between the tracks and low enough where the train would not injure her.
Wow.
She did have some injuries, but they were not life-threatening or severe. But the video shows the men teaming up Monday to rescue the girl from underneath a subway car at the Kingsbridge Road station after her father jumped off the platform with her in his arms. The father, later identified as Fernando Flores, was killed, but the little girl escaped serious injury.
How old was she?
8. No, 5. I'm sorry, 5 years old. The cell phone video from across the platform showed the men rushing to the little girl's aid to pull her back onto the platform. Love was not on the platform at the time, but heard the commotion and ran to see what happened. The Memphis native didn't think twice about getting involved and helped Torres, who was trying to coax the girl to crawl to them. Torres said he saw Flores' mangled body and heard the girl ask, "Where's my daddy?" He coaxed her not to look at him and crawl out from under the tracks. Torres said the moment he jumped onto the tracks, he thought that he might die as well. Diaz presented each man with a citation of merit in recognition for their actions.
That's crazy.
All right. My next story is actually a follow-up from last week's. Actually, I think this was my point last week
Yeah.
about Carson King.
Yep.
Carson King, the college student who went to the college game day taping, held up the sign about his Busch Light beer being low. So here is a statement that Carson put out 1 day ago. "I don't really have words to describe my feelings as this fundraiser has taken off. I am forever grateful for the generosity of tens of thousands of people who have felt compelled to donate. I want to say thank you again to Anheuser-Busch and Venmo for agreeing to match all the donations we receive. Thank you to Perry Meadows and Northwest Mutual, who have both made sizable donations as well. And I've also seen online all the people who are jumping on board, like Goldie's Ice Cream Shop in Perry City, Jenna's Brewing, Smoky Row Coffee, DeWitt Construction, and many other businesses and people finding ways to support this cause with their creative fundraisers. Thank you to Governor Kim Reynolds. I never could have imagined there would be a Carson King Day. It's an incredible honor. I want to give special thanks to the kids and families of Steed Family Children's Hospital who have shared their stories. Your stories remind us why it is all worth it. This is not about me. This is about all of us. I'm just overwhelmed that a sign that started as a joke will end up making such a meaningful impact for years to come. And I'm happy to see this sign has transcended the Cy-Hawk rivalry. Our society can be so diverse sometimes, but these 2 weeks have shown we have the power to come together and make a difference. I hope this can be an inspiration for all of us going forward. This fundraiser will remain open through 11:59 p.m. Monday. I'm going to share the final totals Tuesday afternoon. So last week, when I did my story, he had raised in his Venmo account $286,000.
That's incredible.
Okay, that was last week. Anheuser-Busch is going to match it. Venmo is going to match it. And I guess he's having some other businesses that have, agreed to do stuff too. I'm on his Twitter right now, and I'm going to give an update of that total. Now, last week, it was $286,000. What do you guys think the total is today at this very moment?
I'm going to say 900,000.
Kev?
I think it's over $1 million.
Right now, the running total contributions, $2 million.
Wow.
$2 million.
From a joke.
From a joke that he has turned into something incredible. I know that there has news that has come out about somebody digging up some dirt on him from 7 years ago. Listen, it was 7 years ago. This kid is in college right now, so this means he would have been, what, middle school, early high school?
Right.
He was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
People grow up and mature, and I think him getting all this money and deciding to donate it instead of keeping it himself has shown just how much this guy has matured over the course of 7 years. This is something that happened in the past. He tweeted something that he saw somewhere else, and it's coming back. It's no good deed goes unturned.
Yeah.
Or is that how the saying goes?
Something like that, but I know what you're trying to say.
It's absolutely it's absolutely ridiculous. This kid he raised $2 million by himself. Well, not himself. He raised $2 million that he's donating. Anheuser-Busch is going to donate $2 million.
Yeah.
Venmo is going to donate $2 million.
Oh, wait. So that total that you're saying,
That's just in his Venmo account.
so that's not from Anheuser-Busch yet, or
Anheuser-Busch is going to
holy
match.
shit.
Anheuser-Busch is going to match his 2,000 or 2 million. Venmo is going to match his 2 million. From those three sources, that is $6 million that
That's
he is
getting
going to
donated to
donate
the
to a children's hospital.
That's fucking dope.
You know how many kids that's going to help?
That's
And you guys want to try and dig up trash on this guy?
It's all good. Fuck it. He did what he needed to do, you know what I mean?
$2 million from a joke.
and that's something
Incredible.
that you can put on your resume.
Yeah.
He doesn't got to put it on his resume. He's got it on a Busch Light
beer
can.
yeah.
All you got to do is, you got your resume? No, here's my Busch Light can now.
Very good, Danny. Good job. That was a good news bonanza, if you will.
Yeah, I had a lot of stories. I actually saved one or two for next week, too.
Good.
I'd rather be called an extravaganza.
Wow. It's good, Kev. So we do a lot of things here on this show. We try very hard to stay out of politics, and it's been because it's everywhere. We talk about it. This week has been really crazy, and I'm sure that there's some things that you might have missed, and that's why on Might Be News we talk about things that might be news to you. And some of them are important, some of them aren't. And I'm just going to kind of try and fly through some of these in the next 10 minutes. The first one I wanted to talk about is a sweeping United Nations report found that climate change is dramatically altering the chemistry of the world's oceans. They're heating up quickly, threatening seafood supplies, fueling cyclones and floods, and posing profound risks to hundreds of millions of people who live along the coastlines around the world.
Don't buy a beach house.
Well, Kev, I mean, what do you want? What do you want to say? I mean, the coastline's always going to be the coastline. It's going to keep coming in. That's my point. I mean, it's threatening the animals in the ocean.
Yeah.
And it's all heating up, which is going to change the weather patterns. That's why
What's heating up? The water or the atmosphere?
The water.
Okay.
The water in the oceans, because it's the ice is melting, all that shit. This was written by more than 100 international experts and based on more than 7,000 studies. This report is the most extensive look to date at the effects of climate change on oceans, ice sheets, mountain snowpacks, and permafrost. So this is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. There's been a lot of talk about this recently, and we talk about this. I said a minute ago that we try and talk about things that might be news. We're also not journalists, so we talk about things that are totally fucking stupid, outrageous. Like we try to talk about science as if we know anything about it. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't
At all. Like the solar system, black holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, like,
Did you know space is not infinite?
I do now. So we're learning along with other people, which is great. But speaking of that, so NASA captured images of a black hole literally eating a sun.
Like that scares the shit out of me.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy. They also caught images of not one, not two, but 3 black holes in a different galaxy that look like they're going to merge together at some point.
What?
Like I'm amazed by this, but I also know nothing about it.
Yeah, so like I was just going to ask that. Like I don't know anything about this either. What happens when it gets sucked into the black hole?
I mean, it just disappears into nothing. It's gone. And nobody really knows what's on the other side of that black hole. Nobody knows. Nothing. We don't know.
I bet that's where Tupac is.
Could be where Tupac is, yeah. Yeah.
But no, like that's just like if those 3 merge together and become mega hole, like Jesus Christ.
Dude, there's always physics. There's always something on the other side of something. Like there's no just like gone.
Right. I don't know. Because up until probably like 2 months ago, I thought that the universe was endless. That space was endless. You know what I mean? And it's not. So
It's not?
no. Dr. Meredith Wills explained to us that it's not. It's an explosion, so there's an end to it, but it's constantly expanding.
So I would love to get her back on the phone because I do have a couple questions. Because I want to argue that point of space being
I would love to hear you argue anything with an astrophysicist.
But just give this one for a whirl real quick.
Okay.
She's correct in saying our galaxy is endless because that was what was created with the explosion of X and Y planet. But how far does it go outside of our galaxy?
I don't know, Kev. I don't care enough because I'm telling you that she's going to prove you to be an idiot.
That's fine. And that's why I want to have her on, so I have these answers.
Well, for reference,
did you know that light took 8 minutes to travel to the Earth, dickhead?
No,
Okay.
I didn't, Kev. I didn't.
I did.
I know you did. I know you did your homework before that episode. I didn't do my homework before this one. Can we continue?
Sure.
Crying out loud. Just for reference, that impending collision is occurring 1 billion light years away in a system called, you ready for this? SDSS J0849 plus 1114.
dumb.
What is the extra plus 1114? Is that like they forgot to add that? So
Yeah,
at the
they're
end,
just like, yo. Don't forget about this 1,101 or 114.
oh shit! I just gotta put a plus at the end.
Bro, don't forget to put that in there. So, but that system is a merger of 3 different galaxies. So, like, I don't know anything about black holes, but I just find it interesting to kind of try to read about them. I just read something also that they think that there's a black hole in our solar system, or our galaxy rather, that has been around since the beginning of everything.
Okay.
Like, think about like how stupid that is.
That there's a black hole out there somewhere?
No, that there's something that is still around, that's been around since the beginning of everything. Everything. What do you think? What do you think is at the end of that hole? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm.
There's something.
I don't know, dude.
Something.
I don't know. I just think it's pretty fucking interesting. Let's see. Other new stuff. Amazon just had this crazy, presentation. They got a bunch of new stuff coming out. They just announced that for 99 cents you can have your Alexa be voiced by Samuel L. Jackson.
Best dollar I will ever spend in my life.
It's pretty awesome.
I leave that
so
shit
happy.
unplugged all the time unless we're using it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you?
Dude, it constantly lights up and it'll just sit there and spin with that little fucking blue light on top. That's when it's listening to you, is when the little blue light's going. I'm not even talking to it. It could have been sitting there for fucking 20 minutes.
What are you talking about? What are you so upset about?
That it's sitting there fucking listening to you.
But what do you have to hide, Kev?
There is nothing to hide.
Yeah, but like, why do you care that Alexa's listening?
Because it's an invasion of my privacy.
I know, I get it.
Mine doesn't do that. Like mine will only light
You
up.
got one of the big ones?
Yeah.
Does it light up when you talk to it?
Yeah.
On top?
Yeah. When you say Alexa, the blue light will turn on and it'll pulsate, and one side will light up, and that's the side where the mic is that's listening to you.
Okay.
So, do you have one of the big ones?
No,
too?
I just have the little white one.
Okay.
A little white one.
So the big Echo, or Amazon Alexa Echo is the big tall one. You can actually see the mic holes up top, and when you say Alexa, it'll quickly spin around, and then the one side will stay lit, whatever's closest to you. So you can actually see like where it's picking up the sound from.
Right.
Which
So-
is pretty cool.
Me and Amy were chilling on the couch watching something, and I look over and she's walking over to the Alexa and unplugs it. I was like, "What are you doing?" She pointed at it before she unplugged it, and it's sitting there. It's all lit up blue. We haven't talked to that thing. I mean, me and Cole were playing with it earlier that night, but we didn't talk to it for a good half hour, 45 minutes.
Now, you also got to check your settings too, because sometimes, like, I just got a package from Amazon, and when I got home, my Alexa was flashing yellow, saying that there was a notification that my package was delivered.
Huh.
So if you guys order stuff from Amazon, it could be a notification or a message for you.
Oh, okay.
So look at that too.
How do those new Alexa commercials piss you off?
Mine doesn't actually pick it up. If it
Okay.
was closer to the TV, it might. Because my buddy actually said his is right next to his TV, and every time that commercial comes on, he quickly mutes the TV
That's crazy.
because his Alexa will turn on.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Alexa, play the new Queen music or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But they also announced at this big conference that they are introducing a bunch of new products having to do with Alexa, including earbuds, glasses, a ring, a tiny device for bathrooms and garages, and also a new dog collar that tracks your pet so you can find it on your smartphone.
No shit.
Yeah.
Find your pet on your smartphone.
Yeah. So, like, if,
You lose your dog runs away.
right. Yep. I assume, I mean, it says dog collar, but I,
mean,
would
but, like,
assume that they make them small enough.
Have you
for
ever heard of
cats
that
to-
tile device?
Yeah. Yep.
Why can't you just put one of them on your dog collar?
Yeah, I suppose so. But I also read something about they're trying to work on technology that would allow, and this is something that's kind of weird to me, real quick before we take a break, that would essentially draw internet from like houses and stuff as you pass by. Like your Alexa earbuds, for example, would like run on Wi-Fi essentially based off of like where you are. Like it would just draw from free Wi-Fi from all over the place.
It's like the movie Office Christmas Party.
I still haven't seen that. Is that good?
Dude, I
haven't
love
seen it
it.
either.
Is it good?
It is so funny.
It's good.
But that's the one thing that she designs is anything that is plugged into an electrical source emits a Wi-Fi signal, emits an internet signal. So if like for some reason your cell phones, like something happens in the world and all the cell phones go down and you can't, there's no cell phone service at all, you can get service because anything that's plugged into an electrical source emits some type of like internet signel. Such a funny movie.
That's all.
Highly
I need to
suggested.
check it out. I need to check it out 'cause it looks funny as shit. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back. We got What's the Point, late review, This Week in History, and an extra Patreon half hour. We'll be right back. Hey, Taylor Cooper here, and if you're looking for real, all-natural relief from stress and muscle soreness, you've got to check out our friends at Eunomia CBD. Eunomia CBD products are grown and processed in the USA, nano-amplified, 100% THC-free, and third-party lab tested. Order anywhere in the U.S. and use promo code MBN to get free shipping plus 20% off your entire order just for our listeners. What are you waiting for? Is stress wearing you down? Are sore muscles getting in the way of your weekend plans? Eunomia CBD is a game changer. I personally love their menthol pain relief lotion. Their gummies are delicious, and they even have CBD treats for your dogs. Go to eunomiacbd.com, check out all their products, and don't forget to use promo code MBN for an extra 20% off your order plus free shipping. It's your life. Feel better. Eunomia CBD. That's EUNOMIA. EUNOMIA CBD.com. Go there now. Use MBN as the promo code. Get 20% off and free shipping. Must be 18 years old or older to purchase.
So you've been listening to the Might Be News Network, but you still can't get enough each week? Become our patron on Patreon. Head to patreon.com/MBN Network to become a patron and get exclusive content now. For as little as $5 per month, you'll get access to extended episodes of all your favorite shows, as well as perks including MBN merch and monthly giveaways. Just want to support the network? Become a patron for as much or as little as you'd like. Get bonus content each week and head to patreon.com/MBN Network. Your contributions help us make this network bigger and better than ever before. Patreon.com/MBN Network.
Welcome back to Might Be News. You heard it on the commercial. Go to eunomiacbd.com. It's really, really great stuff. The menthol pain lotion, fantastic.
Hey, where's that water stuff at? You said that I could have.
Oh yeah, it's in there. I'll get it in a second. You got water over there? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get you some. I'll get you some. But we're really excited to be working with them. It's been going great so far. You got to go check them out. If you've been curious about CBD, definitely keep looking into it. I mean, if you're kind of hesitant about trying it, these guys make the top of the line stuff, and using our promo code, you get it at a discount. So do it.
20% off and free shipping.
It's the best time to try it. And you're trying some of the best stuff, so do it. Do it.
It's good for you too.
Yep. You guys ready for What's the Point? Let's get into it. You ready?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Is there a point to this? What is your point?
Are you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
Kev, what's your point?
My point. I want to talk about something that happened to me last week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Last week. It was last week because it's coming out on Monday. So last Monday morning, I can't remember now if it was Monday morning or Tuesday morning.
So this is the time pace continuum. It's Friday. So it was the beginning of this week.
Beginning of this week.
Okay.
The beginning of the current week that we're in, not the current
now.
week that they're listening.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday, but I wake up, get the kids ready. I go to jump in the shower, and my neighbor calls me, And I thought it was so weird. 7:30 in the morning, I'm getting ready to get in the shower, and he's calling me. And I was like, okay, that's odd. That's odd for my neighbor to call me this
That's when you
early
know
in the
you
morning.
have to answer the phone.
So I picked it up, and I said, yo, what's up? And he says, why is your worth buffer? So I got a polisher for like body shops to detail cars, like the outside that I'm showing for work. He said, why is your worth buffer in the back of my truck? I said, what?
What?
He said, yeah, that buffer that you showed me is in the bed of my truck. I said, what are you talking about? He said, just come over real quick and grab this thing so I can go to work. So I walked down to his house. Sure enough, it was my buffer in the back of his truck. I fucking take it, open up my car door, go to throw the buffer back in the back seat, and I have all my business cards all thrown throughout my car.
Somebody broke into your car.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No
Dude,
shit.
all thrown out through my car. All my change was gone. Dude, 9 times out of 10, I'll leave my wallet in my car. So I have it the next day.
I do the same thing.
So I just have it the next
day. It sits
day.
in my center console.
Yeah, that's exactly where. But I happened to take it in that night.
Oh, man.
I happened to take it in that night. So I'm like, dude, my car got broken into. So my neighbor that handed me back the buffer, he's going through his car. He's like, my car got broken into too.
No shit.
A neighbor to the right, their car got broken into.
Wow.
My neighbor to the left, their car got broken into. Somebody back in the neighborhood left their keys in their car. Their car got stolen.
It got stolen?
Their car got stolen. That gas station, that Sunoco, that's right there on 30 and Whitford.
Yeah.
30 and Whitford.
Yes.
Someone took a pickup truck and rammed in the door of the bay door of the garage and stole a dirt bike out of there. All on that night.
Holy shit.
That's insanity. That's like a little mini crime spree, yo.
But listen, I know how you feel, because back when I was living at Allison's parents' house in her basement, I was leaving for work one morning. This was back in 2007, 2008. I was driving my pickup truck at the time. I was leaving her parents' house, and I was driving down the driveway, and my passenger door opened up by itself. It's like, what the fuck? Like, the door just swung open by itself. Here, somebody had broken into all the cars in our little cul-de-sac. There's only there's only 5 houses there. And this is like country. Like, they had some balls to go up that long driveway. But they broke into all of our cars. They stole all of my stuff. They stole my whole book of DVDs. I had like 300 DVDs in a book that I would take to work with me because I was working at the fire department at the time.
Right.
Past time to watch movies. They stole all my DVDs, but they didn't want to shut the door and alarm anybody.
Yeah, make noise.
So they just closed it enough where the light was turned off. And when I took off, my door just flung open. I felt violated.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, so the day that it happened, Monday, I get home Monday night and we do our I didn't have anything stolen besides the change. So I'm very lucky that way.
Yeah.
Very lucky that way. I mean, it was a handful of change. It was like $10 in change, but I had to, it was my work car. So it was my work car, my company car. I felt like I had to make a police report just to have it on file. And so and the whole other part of the story is I called the cops. I called West Whiteland Police. The dispatcher said, all right, a police car will come out to you. And I said, all right, Cole, get on the bus. And I stayed the half hour at home. I'm standing there waiting outside for a half hour with Jackson. He's playing on a skateboard and everything. And then they fucking call me to make the police report. Mm-hmm. Call me, dude. Just tell me. I wish you would have told me that a half hour ago. I could have got ready and got the hell out of the door and done it over the phone.
I want you to come out. I want you to take fingerprints. Like, this is a crime scene, bitch.
But they left the buffing tool in the back of his truck. Either they didn't have, it was too much to carry, and they were going to come back for it, or they got scared. That's what I think.
Or they realized they didn't have a need for it.
If they stole a straight up car, I don't think they got scared.
Dude, it didn't have a need. Dude, that buffing tool is a $500 buffing tool.
They probably don't know that, though. Because probably what they did is they probably parked all the way at the end of the street and walked down.
Oh yeah. But either they didn't need it, they didn't want it, or they got spooked.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I was very lucky, and I was going to go somewhere with this, but I don't remember where I was going to go.
That's crazy, Kev.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. Real quick. I'm going to get this over with. But Monday night, you said you felt violated. Monday night, I get home. I'm doing my things with the kids, and we got them dinner, and we got them down, put down to bed. Amy went and laid down in the bedroom, and I'm just sitting out in the living room at like 11 o'clock at night. I have the TV down like real low, and I'm just sitting there just listening. Like, what was that?
Yeah, like you want to keep your blinds closed, so you're scared. Like, is anybody in there watching?
Dude, I'm ready to fucking shoot somebody over this shit.
Yeah,
fucking steal my shit.
Yep.
Fuck you.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Good job, Kev.
Thanks.
Good job to whoever robbed Kev. Coming up with great points. All right, my point is pretty crazy, so I'll just get through this. A Georgia woman and her ex-boyfriend were arguing in her car 2 years ago when her driver's side window shattered and she blacked out. When she came to, she was in his car, not hers, and they went to his mother's house because she had a head wound. She thought she had been cut by flying glass, but her ex, Durante Kane is his name, had a secret. He shot her.
What?
This past week, a judge sentenced Kane, 39 years old, to 25 years in prison for several crimes, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a firearm by a felon. Kane, he'd been convicted of a felony in 2010. For a month after the shooting in 2017, the woman stayed at Kane's mother's house suffering through severe headaches, dealing with memory loss, and having trouble when she tried to talk.
Wait. He shot her in the head.
He shot her in the head.
And he kept her alive at his mom's house for a month.
Doctors at Atlanta Medical Center found a bullet in the back of her skull.
Holy shit.
One that would have to remain there because trying to take it out could kill her. So the bullet's still in her head.
What?
Hospital staff alerted investigators, and the woman told them she didn't remember being shot. She just recalled the window breaking. Kane told police the woman, she's now 42, had crashed her car into a tree, but detectives found the crime scene inconsistent with his explanation. They issued an arrest warrant, but Kane was not caught until January 2019, more than a year later, when the police showed up at a home in College Park just south of Atlanta. He hid during a 2-hour standoff until he surrendered, and yeah, the rest is history.
Holy shit.
How crazy is that?
Holy shit.
So he's arguing with his ex-girlfriend in the car, shoots her in the head, the glass breaks behind her, she just blacks out, doesn't die, and he's like, shit, she didn't die. And panics and takes her to his mom's house and leaves her there for a month. And then
what did he? Yo, mom, take care of this chick for me.
A friend ended up seeing her and ended up taking her to the hospital, and they found a bullet in her head.
Like, what did he use?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It had to be a small caliber.
That's point blank range.
Yeah.
And for it to not do enough damage for her to go, oh, I'm missing part of my skull.
Right.
It had to be like a 22 or something.
Yeah, it just got caught up in there somewhere and didn't kill her.
Holy shit.
Isn't that insane?
It's nuts.
It's insane. He's locked up for 25 years for it now. That's
Good.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he should be. That's nuts. Danny, what's your point?
All right, I saw a crazy story as well that I wanted to read off. An Indiana couple accused of abandoning their young adopted daughter and moving the rest of their family to Canada made their first appearance in court on Friday. Christine Barnett and her now ex-husband Michael both pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of felony neglect of a dependent after prosecutors accused them of legally changing their daughter Natalia's age from 8 to 22 and then leaving her alone in an apartment in Lafayette in Tippecanoe County in 2013. The couple, along with their biological children, then moved to Canada, according to a probable cause affidavit. They both said that Natalia, who has a form of dwarfism, was actually an adult when they adopted her in 2010 and was pretending to be a child.
What?
Pretending to be a child. Christine Barnett also, who told the news in Indianapolis that Natalia was diagnosed as both a psychopath and sociopath.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Following Friday's hearing, Christine Barnett declined to comment on the case, but when approached by reporters outside the courtroom, her attorney, Philip Hayes, told NBC News that his client is ready for this to be justified and is looking forward to telling her side of the story. Terrence Kennard, an attorney for Michael Barnett, held a brief news conference following the hearing and said that he believes his client and Christine Barnett will be vindicated of the charges. He has also told reporters that he does not believe Natalia has ever been truthful about her actual age. The Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office became involved in September 2014 when Natalia told authorities that she had not seen Michael or Christine Barnett since they rented an apartment for her and left her while they moved to Canada. Natalia is originally from Ukraine and came to the United States in 2008 through an adoption program, according to court documents. She was adopted by the Barnett family in 2010. Christine Barnett told the news that she and Michael initially believed that they were adopting a child. According to the affidavit, hospital records from June 2010 showed that Natalia's age was approximately 8 years old. However, hospital records from 2 years later in June 2012 showed her age to be about 11, the affidavit said. That same year, prosecutors alleged that Michael and Christine Barnett legally changed Natalia's age to 22, and Christine instructed Natalia to tell people that she looked young but was an adult. It remains unclear how the couple was able to change her name. According to prosecutors, the alleged neglect went from July 2013 to February 2016 when Natalia moved out of Tippecanoe County area. They have not said where she currently is or how she's able to care for herself while she was alone. Christine Barnett is due back in court in December for a pretrial conference, and Michael Barnett is scheduled to appear in October for a confidential hearing.
Dude, that's fucking
there's
wild.
So many questions about this whole story.
Yeah.
That how was she doing stuff where they thought that she was legit crazy, and to find out her actual age was 22?
Right.
And she just had this medical condition where she looked like a child. I mean, that legit could happen.
Right.
Wait. From what I got that you just read, that they changed her age from 8 to 22 so they could abandon her.
So that is what Natalia's attorney is saying that they did.
Okay.
And they're saying that that's not possible. You can't legally change somebody's age. So that's what they're trying to say, is that that's what the couple did, and that's why they're trying to charge them with felony child neglect.
That's crazy.
But she's actually an adult in a child's body.
Yeah, so she's got dwarfism.
Dwarfism, right.
So she really is 22.
So that's what her adopted parents are saying, is that she was a psychopath, a sociopath. She was crazy, and she was actually had dwarfism, and she was actually 22.
That's insanity.
Dude, I'm so
apparently
fucking
she
confused.
tried to kill them.
Yeah, so
I read this story a month or two ago, and I was going to bring it up on the show, but I ended up picking a different story. But apparently she tried to kill them, and that's when they found out that she's not an 8-year-old. She's 22.
that's crazy.
But she came from
nuts.
Ukraine, so it's hard for them to, get a birth certificate or medical records or that type of stuff. So they're
They
really,
would all be in Ukraine.
yeah, if they have them at all.
True.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, because you think about it, I don't know, it just sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
It
sounds like a movie.
This is a Lifetime movie in the making.
for sure. Yeah.
speaking of a movie,
What?
Burt Kreischer's The Machine just got picked up to be made a movie.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for that.
I saw that too.
So hyped for that.
You guys ready for a late review?
Yeah, buddy.
I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
Can't believe I'm just hearing. Why didn't I know about this sooner?
all right. This week I'm going to review. I just watched the first season of the Starz original series, Power.
Okay. What's it about?
It's really, really gangster. You would like it.
Okay.
So it revolves around these two guys. One guy's name is Ghost, played by Omari Hardwick. This guy on the far left.
Okay.
And his best friend, childhood best friend, Tommy, the guy all the way on the right, the white guy. He's been in a few things. Tommy is gangster as shit. They're both gangster as shit. Basically, they have like a drug empire kind of deal, New York City. The main character, Ghost, is kind of trying to get out of the drug stuff and kind of legitimize himself. He opens up like a nightclub and stuff and trying to do that whole thing. But the whole time there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with like the basic criminal underground that they're dealing with, you know what I mean? And he ends up kind of messing around, cheating on his wife, Ghost does, with this girl that he knew from like his childhood, not realizing that she works for like the I think it's like the DA, the city DA or whatever. She's like an investigator, and she's investigating him. She just doesn't know that
It's him.
Yeah, that he's who she's investigating, and he doesn't know that that's what she does.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like it's this huge thing. There's a lot of really like gangster stuff in it. I really enjoyed the first season, and at the end of the first season, it kind of, you know, like everything good that was happening for the main characters kind of blows up, and I feel like going forward, it's going to be more of like the gangster side of things than like the nightclub side of things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50 Cent produces it.
Oh, really?
And is like part, I think, creator of it. And he's also in the show. He plays, he's in jail most of the first season. But he's kind of like the guy that these two main characters like came up underneath.
How's his acting in it?
Decent so far.
Really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
pretty good.
He's a pretty decent actor.
Yeah.
Better, honestly, better than I was expecting.
Okay.
He's not in it an overwhelming amount yet, but moving forward, I believe he's going to be a much bigger character.
He was good in Den of Thieves.
Never saw
He
it.
was good in Den of Thieves.
That is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Is it on Netflix?
Fantastic. No,
No.
it's all over TV though.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably rent it or something.
It's
Is
like
it on TV?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I give the first season of Power strong 8, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. That being said, I also have no idea how I'm watching Power. I have Hulu, and this is on Starz, and I don't have Starz, so I'm just watching it somehow. So I'm just going to watch it until I can't anymore.
There you go.
Until Hulu figures out that they're either fucking up letting me watch it, or
Well, Hulu listens to our show, and now they know.
they don't pay us, though. They don't pay us.
You're going to have to start paying them.
Strong 8, Power season 1. I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Nice.
Kev, what do you got?
So I started watching the show on Netflix. It's called QB1. QB1 Beyond the Lights.
Okay.
So it's reality TV, but it takes it each season they choose 3 very talented quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks, and they follow them their senior year from the beginning of the senior year till graduation. And there's steps to getting accepted to a school and signing with schools and how their season goes.
Really?
It's really good.
It sounds like something I would be like really into.
Yeah, it does.
It's really good. It is really good. I mean, some of these kids are really cocky and seem like assholes, but they are very good at football. Very good at football, and it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining.
Is this like all over the United States, or does it just pick like one state?
Well,
like Texas is big with football,
Right. So the first season that I watched, one guy was from Harrisburg, PA. One guy was from Vegas, and one guy was from Texas, I believe.
Okay.
The second season, one's from Louisiana, and then two other places I don't remember. But yeah, it's very entertaining.
Now it's just their senior high school career or season, basically.
Right, exactly. Okay. And dude, some of these places, like, you know how what's that football movie where the girl wears the whipped cream bikini?
Varsity
Blues. You know how Varsity Blues, like football, Friday football in high school is life for the town.
Yes.
Dude, some of these places are like that.
I have dreamed of living in a town like that, where like you drive down the street and there's the big wood boards outside of the football players' houses. Go Wildcats number 45.
Right.
All the businesses closed down, hang signs, going to the game,
Yep.
Go Cats. Like, that is my dream, to live in a town like that.
Yeah.
Because I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. It's
Cool. It's cool. It's definitely cool.
What do you rate the show?
I really did enjoy it. I give it like a 7.5, 8.
I love that the fantasy football league, the network fantasy football league, I feel like has gotten Kev significantly more into football than he normally would.
Yeah, I feel like it has too.
That's pretty awesome.
I feel like it has too.
I'm gonna go home and watch it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Dude,
legit
it's
will
good.
watch it tonight.
I started out, I think, with season 3, and then I went back. No, maybe I started with, I can't remember, but it's good.
Okay.
Because it's good. I actually looked up the one guy, and the one guy got to, what's the league below the NFL? Like, is there a farm league?
No, you got the CFL.
Because he's with somebody, but it's like not quite the NFL. I don't know.
They had the AAF for a while.
Okay.
The XFL's coming back, but it's probably the CFL or the European League.
Okay. But no, it's good. It's good. Let's give it like 7.5, 8.
What do you got, Danny?
All right, I'm doing something different this week.
Oh.
Yeah, so I actually started watching two things that I was going to talk about. I started watching Zach Galifianakis Between Two Ferns, the movie.
The movie? Okay.
Hilarious.
Yeah, is it good?
Zach cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah, he's a trip.
I also started watching Hobbs and Shaw. But I'm going to review something different tonight. Tonight, my wife cooked dinner.
Oh.
Now, for those of you who do not know my wife or myself, that's a big deal. Allison doesn't cook.
Like ever.
Ever.
And when she does, she leaves the spoon in it.
So, she doesn't have the urge to get in there and cook. She doesn't, like going to.
Is it because she's not good at it?
No, like legit, she's good at it.
Okay.
She doesn't like going to the grocery store and getting the stuff that she needs if we don't have it. So she just she doesn't have the urge to cook. But like me, I'm 100% Italian.
Right.
My mom has her own restaurant. Like, I enjoy cooking. I like cooking. I don't mind it. I don't mind cooking. But when she texted me today and said, I'm cooking dinner tonight, that was like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, I was excited. And I said, what are you making? It was Cheeto crusted chicken nuggets.
Yo!
With cornbread and mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Let me tell you, that shit was legit, dude.
Oh.
Shit was legit. She took Cheetos and she crushed them up into like a breadcrumb type texture.
Right.
Rolled them in like low-fat Greek yogurt, coated them in the Cheetos, and baked them. Shit was legit, dude.
Yo.
Wow.
Yo.
Good job, Allison.
I was, round of applause. she really surprised me. I mean, I know she can do it. She just doesn't enjoy it as much as I do. She also works evenings because with my crazy work schedule, I'm usually the one that's home most of the times with the kids. So I usually take care of those duties. But that was a really nice little relief knowing that I didn't have to worry about it tonight and she had it under control. She killed it. She nailed it out of the park.
10 out of 10, instant classic.
I mean, I wouldn't give myself a 10 out of 10.
Oh, right, okay.
I wouldn't give my Del Frisco steak a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
I mean, I'd give her a solid 8.
Wow.
Solid 8.
Can I share something real quick?
Sure.
Real quick. As you know, I wasn't on last episode. I phoned in. Amy was out of town. So I cooked on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
And I wanted to just tell you guys this recipe, yo. I was fucking, it was so good. It was so good. So I went to the grocery store, got a half a pound of ground beef for me and Cole to have burgers. Jackson had chicken nuggets. So I got ground beef, went down the chip aisle, and got nacho cheese Doritos, crushed those bitches up, broke one egg, and smushed the burger together with the nacho cheese Doritos and made that for us. Yo, that was slamming. But I now want Allison to tell Amy about the Cheeto chicken tenders. Yo, that...
But I told her, I said, listen, it was really good. I said, but there's so many possibilities. Next time we'll use Doritos.
Yeah.
Nacho cheese or Cooler Ranch. Barbecue chips or like Funyuns.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's a lot of possibilities, but you know, she killed it tonight. It was good.
Dude, that sounds phenomenal.
So do you guys like onions?
No.
You don't like onions?
No. I love Fritos though.
So I was gonna say,
or Funyuns, you mean?
No, that's what I meant. Funyuns.
Well, I was gonna say like usually,
I'm the same way. I'll eat the shit out of some Funyuns.
Yo, Funyuns are legit though. Usually when I do homemade burgers, I get Lipton's French onion soup mix, the dry powder.
Nope.
And I just mix that with ground beef.
There's onions in it.
Well, yeah.
Chunks
it's
of
Lipton's French onion soup mix.
I don't want onions in my burger. Nope. But I'll tell you, dude, if you put a fucking Funyun crustacean around it, I'll eat the shit out of it.
I mean, that does sound pretty good. That does sound pretty good.
Kev, are you ready for This Week in History?
Yeah.
And now it's time
Jesus Christ.
for This Week in History
You gotta do me like that.
with co-host Kev.
Fuck.
All right, Kev.
September 30th, 1955, actor James Dean was killed in a car crash. October 1st, in 1908, Henry Ford introduced the first mass-produced automobile on the market, the Model T. Each car cost $850. October 1st, 1971, Disney World opened in Florida 16 years after Disneyland debuted in California. October 2nd, 1950, the Peanuts comic strip first appeared in newspapers. October 3rd, 1955, Captain Kangaroo and the Mickey Mouse Club premiered on television. October 4th, 1970, rock singer Janis Joplin was found dead of a drug overdose at age 27. October 5th, 1921, the World Series was first broadcasted on the radio for the first time.
Wow, Kev.
Tons of shit.
Let me tell you something. Kev has knocked season 2 out of the park so far.
This is like season 5.
Season 2 for the network, yeah. It took Kev a good 5 seasons to get where he's at right now. Kev, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
You're doing a great job. Danny, fantastic job tonight as well.
Thanks.
You know, it's been a great episode. But it's about time to get the fuck out of here.
I think it's a great episode because it's Victory Friday.
It's Victory Friday for us. Eagles won yesterday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Have a great week. Go to patreon.com/MBN Network to hear the rest of this episode. Go to Eunomia CBD. Use promo code MBN. Get 20% off your order. Free shipping. MBNnetwork.com, people. It's never been easier for you to find your new favorite podcast. Please do each of us at the network a favor this week and tell a friend about our network. Don't
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
just tell somebody about us, because we're having a great time over here. We got a lot more to do in season 2 of the Might Be News Network. So please do us a favor, tell a friend about the Might Be News Network. Thank you guys so much for listening. Patreon.com/MBN Network. Peace out, Kev.
See ya.
Peace out, Danny.
Peace out.
All right, guys. Have a great week. Go listen to us on Patreon. If you don't, I really don't give a fuck. We'll talk to you next week.